This episode of News from Poland Business and Law is on how the trend towards ESG is affecting corporate lending. You will hear about this from Stefan Feliniak, attorney at law, senior associate in Wardyński & Partners Banking and Finance Practice, who advises lenders and borrowers in the acquisition finance transactions, project finance and financial restructuring. Later, we'll have an update on the Polish economy.
Our program is designed for foreigners acting as board members in Polish companies, foreign investors in Poland, and their foreign advisors. ESG, which stands for Environmental, Social and Governance, implements a concept of sustainable business that takes into account not only its economic interest, but also benefits all stakeholders, local communities and the environment. In recent years, ESG has become one of the main business trends. If you have seen any recent earnings calls of listed companies, you may have noticed that sustainability issues were of significant interest to investors during the Q&A sessions. This trend is also clearly visible on the debt finance market. In today's reality, sustainable finance is much more than just a buzzword. Hard facts show that businesses with active sustainability strategies can secure better terms of finance and expand their sources of credit. Statistics show a rapid growth in the volume of ESG-labeled transactions. These include green loans, which are credit products including guarantee lines provided exclusively for financing, refinancing or guaranteeing in whole or in part new or existing eligible green projects. Social loans, which are credit products provided for social projects. As you will notice, it is the purpose of the financing, meaning the finance project, that allows a loan to be labeled as green or social. Green loans finance such projects as renewable energy, energy efficiency, pollution prevention, sustainable natural resource management and land use. Examples of projects financed with social loans include affordable basic infrastructure, affordable housing and stimulation of employment. The third category of ESG-labeled loans is sustainability-linked loans or SLLs. These are defined as credit products with varying economic characteristics that depend on whether the borrower achieves ambitious, material, quantifiable and predetermined sustainability objectives. Unlike green and social loans, SLLs are not distinguished by the purpose of the credit. Their key feature is the financial incentive encouraging the borrower to achieve predefined sustainability goals. Most often, this will be a variable margin that changes across the lifetime of the loan, depending on the extent to which the borrower achieves the sustainability KPIs. This can include certain levels of reduction in carbon footprint or gender diversity in the organization. The same three main types of ESG transactions can be found on the bond market. In the last years, ESG issues have become increasingly regulated. The recently introduced CSR directive on sustainability reporting will gradually apply to a broader group of companies, eventually including stock exchange-listed SMEs. Companies will have to disclose significant social and environmental impacts of their operations and the value chain. They will also have to report financially material sustainability issues on top of what is already included in their financial reporting. In the finance area, the EU's so-called taxonomy regulation sets out, since July 2020, a uniform classification for environmentally sustainable investments in the EU. Companies should increasingly consider complying with market standards and ESG regulations when planning to raise finance. In the coming years, these issues will affect not only the price, but ultimately the availability of finance from financial institutions. To ensure access to wider sources of funding, companies should set their sustainability goals and align their organizations to achieve them.
Since the fourth quarter of last year, we are in what's called a consumer recession, which means a decrease in the level of consumption by households. Ignoring the period of the COVID-19 pandemic, this is the first such decrease since the fall of communism in 1989. The brake has been pulled on the most important flywheel of the Polish economy. People are buying less because high inflation has reduced the purchasing power of their income, and rising mortgage payments, whose rates have been raised to quell inflation, are draining cash from their wallets. The service sectors of the economy, gastronomy, hotels, and retail trade, have suffered the most from the reduction in consumer spending. However, there is no increase in unemployment. It is still at record lows. The condition of Polish industry is good. Exports are actually growing. We also have a revival in local government spending on infrastructure. In the longer term, this state of economy should lead to a significant reduction in inflation. This will bring about cuts in interest rates, followed by an increase in consumption. Thank you for watching this episode. See you next time.